Hello, everybody. This is Liz from Trilly's Yarns, and I welcome you to my podcast where I'm at my atelier in Athens, Greece. And welcome to the podcast where I talk mainly about yarn, wool, my hand dyed. And today I am going to talk more particularly about the Knit with Friends festival that was last week in Porto, Portugal. So, are you ready? I'm very excited. I'm very excited to show you all the things and tell you little anecdotes that were going on behind the scenes. So, first of all, I want to share with you the shawl of the festival. That's a beautiful shawl created by Isabel Kramer, and it was released on Friday, just before the festival. So this is the Connection shawl. It's quite big and warm. For Athens, weather is definitely really warm. It's super nice and cute, and it's done with fingering weight. I used my new two bases. So the main color, it's H2O, so it's a light blue with little speckles, as you can see, in my Mires base. Then there are three contrasting colors. So in the first contrasting color, the more mustardy one, I didn't use a fingering. Actually, I didn't knit this. This is a sample knit made by Maria Zilaco, which I thank a lot. So I had this idea. So instead of having to buy maybe 2 skeins of fingering and not using all of it, to just get a mohair skein and knit with it, holding it double. And it's really, really nice. And it actually gives a bit of more lightness of the shawl. And then the two other main contrasting colors are in my Samskara base, which is superfine merino and recycled yak and cashmere. So this is my Outlander colorway, the green one, and then this one is the Manawi colorway, and that's the shawl. I think, if I remember correctly, she didn't have enough of the first contrasting color, just for a few repeats. But the cool thing with a pattern like that that's repeating, you can exchange colors, and you can also use, leftovers and just have a very colorful shawl. Or in the end, also because there's a ribbing, you can just go and stripe it or use all your leftovers, and it's like pretty massive. So there it is, the Connection shawl. And let me know if you would like me to do kits for that. Yes, because there will be a massive update on the website with different yarns, weights, bases, and all that. But if you need help to choose your colors, I'll be happy to put some color combos, and I'll definitely put in the description what I used. So so that was the Connection shawl by Isabel Kramer, which is adorable, and she was also there, and we had the time to chat, and it was really, really great. So the festival is organized by two wonderful women. Maria G, who is a designer. She had designed my Manhattan shawl, and damn it, I should pause here. I don't have here my shawl, but I will do a small video and insert it here to show to talk about the Manhattan shawl. Okay. So the Manhattan shawl, I am at home. I have it, so I can show it to you. So Maria designed the Manhattan shawl originally with my mohair in colorway Outlander, and the Eros base colorway Le Louvre. I'll show a picture here. And as you can see, there are bubbles in the area of the mohair. And when I saw it, I was like, I really like the design, but I would prefer it without bubbles. And then Maria was like, no problem, because you can just very easily do it without bubbles. And so I had sent her two skeins, the Poseidon, the mohair in Bluebeard colorway, and the Eros base in the Escape Now colorway. And that's the result. She did one more repeat of the pattern, so she really went until the end of the skeins. And I had this cute pin, and because I didn't want to lose it, I just put it on the shawl. I actually forgot that it was here, and it says so fucking blessed. Yeah. So you can see, so she's going crazy. She's happy that me and Dekan are back home, and yeah, just like that. And it's really cute and airy and super warm, and that's why I'm gonna take it off, because it's like almost 40 degrees Celsius over here. And oh my god, yeah, you can see I'm like sweating. And Maria makes also these gorgeous bags, and she very kindly gifted me a small one. I had already a bigger one, and it's with this cute design with little dogs and pandas, and it's so cute. So I can wait to have a project in here. So it's organized by Maria G, who's an amazing person and designer, and Joanna, who's just great, very supportive woman. And yeah, and it was nice to have been able to get to know a bit more Joanna too. And I arrived earlier, so I helped them, you know, clear out the room where the festival would be and help a bit with them. So it was really nice, very tiring, but really nice. And yeah, then I got my boxes, I set up my yarns, and it was really great. And it was wonderful to also see again the guys from Robledal, Francesco from Dark Omen Yarns, Leila and Juan from Sokuna Troca, the people of Delana. And next to me, so on one side I had Francesco, and on the other side I had Paloma, who makes beautiful bags. I'll show you later on. And it was really great because we had just said hello one to the other, and we really connected. It was like looking at a mirror, you know, like personality wise. It just that she wears black and I wear more colors. Like, it was really fun. And yeah, so it was really great to be next to her. I also met new people, really nice. And of course, it was great to have new customers and old customers from other places, to meet them there. And it was really fun, and it was really nicely organized. So yeah, if you don't know what to do next year in June, check out when the Porto Festival will be happening. Yes. So should I show what I got? Yes, because there's lots of stuff. I might be going a bit fast because I don't want this podcast to be very long. Because as you can imagine, after coming from a festival, there's a million things to do, like you know, get things in the shelves, do the inventory, put stuff on the website, and yeah, I'm just one person. Okay, so the one thing that I knew that I wanted, because usually in festivals anymore, I'm just trying, it's not really that I don't buy, it's that usually somebody would like something from my booth and I'll exchange something with something of theirs, and it makes me, you know, discover what other people do. And I think it's kind of silly, well, you know, we're having almost the same things to exchange money and all that. So there's been lots of exchanges in this wonderful festival, but I did two purchases that I knew I wanted slash needed. So the first one was the new yarn by Lanivendole. This is their cute card, Lanivendole. So they're Italian, and they have this new yarn called Bottoni, and it's actually a woolen spun yarn, and it's from local fibers from Italy. And what I love in this space, and I wanted to see it, so it's undyed, but it has little specks of colors, and it has a tweedy effect, and I like that. So I was in between. They had the sport weight and a DK weight. I was sure that, oh, I want DK weight, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. But I found that in my queues on Ravelry, there's been this sweater like forever, and it's the Vila sweater. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I'll put a picture here. And it's by Frida Franchi. And I had this sweater like forever, I think since the first day she put it up on Ravelry. And it uses a sport weight that has wool and mohair together, and I was like, I will see, what I will use, maybe a fingering with the mohair or whatever. So my idea was to have as the main color this beautiful Bottoni from Lanivendole, undyed, and having the contrasting color using two mohair strands and my color Birthday Girl. So it will be this with this, and I'm very happy. And it just happened that one of the two skins is like way more light than the other, so I think it's gonna be really cute. Then you are going to tell me that the mohair held double, there's a fingering, and then with the sport it might change the swatch, but it's quite an oversized sweater, so I'm really confident that there's not gonna be any issue. Like, come on, even if my gauge is smaller, it will fit me. I know that. I have no worries. And also holding double the mohair, as it is a fluffy yarn, it's gonna air up, so I'm not scared that it's gonna show, like weird. So I really can't wait to start on this. I don't know when, because as you know, I have to finish a couple of shows, and actually I'm just on my border of my artist show, so I'm very excited. Hopefully this week, I don't know, maybe next week it will be finished. Yes, something will be finished. Anyways, so that was my first purchase, and I'm happy that I also find a project that I really wanted for a long time and pair it with some trellis yarn, and excitement. So then I had to get a yarn, a skein from Robledal. Donc c'est, I'm talking in French on my English podcast. Okay, so it is El Robledal de la Santa. Their Instagram is Robledal Mohair, and this is their BFL silk, and it is the color Better Than Love. And it resembles a lot with another colorway that I have of them, the Reme colorway. And I had two skeins of Reme in their BFL silk base. And last time I saw them, they were in Sevilla, and I got one skein of Reme, but in another base. And I was thinking like maybe I should do like a sweater because it's just a cute, but I would like to have it in the BFL silk. And thank God there was, at some point, when I realized that it wasn't a good base, that I got the third skein, but it's gonna be used into something else. It's already put in a project bag to be casted on. I remember that I wanted the third skein, and unfortunately they didn't have Reme, but I remember the colorway, and I remember that also Better Than Love is like really similar. It's just even more speckled, which is wonderful because whenever there's a speckled yarn and I have more than 2 or 3 skeins, sorry, I usually start knitting with the one who has less speckles to the one who has more speckles, especially for a garment. So that's perfect. Yes, Better Than Love. Look at those crazy speckles. I love it. Then I have some yarns that I exchanged, but I have to do first the purchases. Okay, then Paloma from next to me, she's an illustrator. She has dyed also some skeins of yarn, so she has sometimes more or less yarn, but she makes beautiful illustrations of animals. She gave me this pair of socks as a gift. Thank you, Paloma. Yes, there's been some back and forth with these socks because I wanted to buy them and she was like, no, it's a gift. And I was like, okay. But then I had to purchase some of her bags, and I loved this one, which has a long strap and cute illustrations of dogs. And I like that it's both sides and that it has this strap. And actually, I'm not a pink person, but this kind of pink purple, it's quite nice. And I think that will be like a summer bag, for a walk. It actually holds quite a lot. I think just a book, a project, my wallet, and okay, let's just go. And then I also got my niece this little pouch, which I think it's very cute. I don't know what is she gonna use it for, but she's like a teenager. She will find. It will be, I think, either a pencil case or maybe starting her makeup collection. Oh my God, she's only 13. She will be 13. Well, let's have a reality. Now, teenagers, even in the beginning of their teen age, has some makeup. So yeah. And then I also got her like a little souvenirs from Porto, and so that's it. So I'm starting the collection of her gifts for her birthday. That is a week before mine. Yes. So July is coming and our birthdays are coming. So yay! 1 year older. So then I had some things that we exchanged, and I was very happy too because some of them I never had the opportunity to get, and I was very touched that Yarnity wanted to exchange something from my yarns, and I got this skein, which I think it's very cute and nice, very refreshing, I have to say, this colorway. And I think it's one of time because the colorway is OTW number 103. So I don't know if 103 is a colorway or it's just one at a time colorway. And it's her base Pamba, and it's 100% superwash merino, 100 grams, 440 meters. And it actually feels like a sock yarn. It's very squishy and nice. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could use that to do Sarah's La Cavalenne shawl. She has a new shawl if you haven't seen. And it is, I will make, I was thinking of making a podcast just for the shawl of Sarah, even if I haven't done it because it's, but I will put the link for you to check it out. And yeah, please go ahead and see it. So maybe that could be it. But I was thinking also of using my Hermes base, which has baby alpaca, cashmere, and silk. Yeah, so soft. For one skin project, like I really want something super soft and super great. So we'll see. But that's an idea. That's actually a not bad idea. Yes. Or maybe, because my mom also likes Oneskin's project, maybe I can gift it to my mom and she can make Sarah's shawl, and it might be fun to have a project with my mom knitting at the same time, the same thing. Yeah, we've actually never done that. Yeah, and maybe for the summer, I will ask her and we'll see. I will let you know. To be continued. Then on Sunday morning, I was having a chat with Fran from Madejas Tejerlo, and he actually had already gotten something from me, and they also do some beautiful. So it's Fran and his husband Ivan, and they're like really fun people, really nice, and he came to my booth, and we talked a bit while we were setting up, and he wanted a skein of yarn. Actually, he got a set of minis, yes, and I was like very excited for him, and he told me, what would you like, come and choose. And so I went in their booth, and they have this beautiful collection of yarns, but also of printed bags. And I really had to get this one because as a former optometrist and optician, that is something like very much to my heart, and I really like it. So it's Madejas Tejerlo. And then the next day, Ivan gave to me this ball of yarn, and and it has lyrics. I'm not a big fan of flashy. I like Stellina, but lyrics is like a bit too much for me. But I think it can be something fun. I don't know, maybe in a part of a blanket that I'm doing with grannies and things like that. So why not? Or maybe the border in the end of the blanket. We'll see. Thank you very much. And it was, really great to meet them. Okay, so there's Ivan and Fran from Madejas Tejerlo, and there's also MJ from The Knitting Boo. And when she saw me on Friday, she was like, oh my God, you're Trellis. And I was like, yes. And she's like, I love your things, and I have a Hakuna Matata. And she started saying some colorways of mine, and I was like, oh, thank you. And she gave me a hug, like a very positive woman. Like, I really loved her energy. She's amazing. And she was opposite Fran and Ivan. And on Sunday morning, I was talking with Fran, and he was telling me, that he didn't sleep very well. And I was telling him about a dream that I had last night, that it was, like 5 dreams in one, crazy. And that there were some people also from the festival. And at some point, MJ came, and she said in Spanish that, I'm sorry to interrupt, but, I think you need a hug, and I don't know what's going on, but I think your energy is very low. And I was like, well, okay. And then she gave me a hug, and she told me some things that was like wonderful. And I really thank her for her energy and sharing her energy with me very open-handedly. I think I really needed it. Like even now saying it, I'm getting a bit emotional. So I started crying. That was just before, like 5 minutes before people came in the festival. So I started crying. Fran was next to me. He started crying, and then MJ wanted a skein of yarn from mine, and she got, and I was like, take whatever you want. She wanted to pay. I said, no, let's exchange. She was like, but you won't like what I'm doing. And I'm like, yes, of course. And she's like, no, you're saying that because you're polite. And then she was like, no, you don't understand. I don't believe in myself. And I was like, why don't you believe in yourself, And she was like, no, I believe in you, but not in me. And I was like, well, I believe in you. And I took her in my arms, and then she started crying, and like, the morning on Sunday morning, like we were, me, Fran, and MJ were like crying like babies, and I was like, come on, I tried to put some makeup on to be like fresh and all that. It was very funny. And of course, I found something that I liked, and I said to MJ, even if I didn't find something that I would have used, I would definitely have found something to get and give as a present, or that I appreciate, or that I don't do. But I found something that I really like, and one of them is a sock blanket, which is like colorful, and I like sock blankets, and it's been a while that I haven't knitted a sock blank, so that was great. I found this baby. And also another skein that resembles a bit my Papa Don't Preach Innocence colorways, which is like a basic whitish but with a lot of neon pops. And the name of the skein is Alegria. And when I saw that, I say to MJ, like, you see, it was destined. Like all of that happened for me to have Alegria. And yes, and it was quite a very nice moment with the three of us. Very unexpected, very emotional, very humane, and I think it's something that sometimes we miss in our everyday lives. Yeah, moments of kindness, of sharing, of, I don't know, honesty. I don't know. It was really great. I'm very thankful that Raquel, a volunteer, was passing by, and I was like, Raquel, can you take a picture of the three of us? And she took a picture of us. I think in the picture it shows in our face that we're a bit like that we've cried or whatever, but it's okay. Who cares? It was a beautiful moment, and yeah, I'm very happy to have shared that. Then, last but not least, in the afternoon, there was this beautiful, very nice girl, and she just started dying, and she also wanted something from my booth, so I went to take something from hers, and I got a baby alpaca silk and merino base, which is a fluffy base that I haven't really used, so it was really wonderful. It is purples. Again, I'm not a very pink person, but I really like it. Her Instagram and brand name is Lina Dolce, and it's really nice. The base is cotton candy, and yeah, I think the base is cotton candy and not the colorway. I'm not sure the name of the color. Anyways, and very, very nice girl, very timid. So if you ever see her, or just go visit her website or her Instagram, yeah, just go and see what she has. She has more pastel or neutral tones, which I have to say, it isn't really my jam, but like, even, you know, I really like that, and I think I'm gonna put this with maybe something more vibrant to make hats. You know me and my love of hats, and yeah, that's it. That's kind of it, yarn wise and from the festival. Then on Monday I went to the Modern Art Museum, and it was a really nice experience. It's the Seraves Museum, and I really like it. And there was a big collection of Kusama's Yayoi Kusama arts, and I love it. And I found this graphic novel of kind of her story and all that, so I just got it. For me, books and me, like, really. And yeah, there was also her autobiography, but it was like too thick, too big, so I went with the graphic novel. And then there's another graphic novel that I really wanted to have, and it's The Woman Who Changed Art Forever. And it talks about Judy Chicago, Faith Ringgold, Anna Medianta, and the Guerrilla Girls movement. And if you didn't know that, behind my Guerrilla Girls colorway, it's the Guerrilla Girls movement. So it's an art movement, and it's just, yeah, it's amazing. And yeah. And it started in 1985, which is the year that I was born, if you didn't know. Yes, so I'm quite happy, yes. Guerrilla Girls storming the male-dominated museums. And so it's they're feminist activist artist, and it's really cool, and it starts introductions, and yeah, it's, yeah, and they're putting this mask, and that's why they're the Guerrilla Girls, and they haven't said you know, who they are, as many years have been by, and sometimes, you know, they're in and out of the program. So yeah, so they did things like that. How many women had one-person exhibitions at New York City museums last year? Guggenheim, 0. Metropolitan, 0. Modern, 1. Whitney, 0. And yeah, so bringing awareness of and things like that. And there's one, do women have to be naked to get into the Met Museum? Do they? Do they? And yeah, so this is very, very cool. And yeah, the Guerrilla Girls. And I went to Porto. I got some little souvenirs and things like that. And I also got for me this scarf that I think I will use as a bandana. It has silk, and it has, you know, the faces of people of Portugal. And I think it's really cute, and it's large, and it's nice. And the last day, so Tuesday morning, I went to the Libreria Lello. So if you didn't know Libreria Lello, the myth says that J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, used to write their Harry Potters, and many of the things that came to be Harry Potter were inspired and written there. So there's lots of people going. You have to get a ticket, which is a €8 ticket, but if you buy a book, you have your €8, you know, discounted. They have a beautiful collection of classics, and I got 3 of them. I like that it's like a pocket version, but it's a quite nice pocket version. So I got Orlando by Virginia Woolf, The Prophet by Khalil Gibran, and William Shakespeare, The Sonnets. I had read Orlando when I was a teenager in French, so I was like, I should like read it in English, because I like to read books in their own language that they were written, so that's why Orlando is here. And I actually don't really remember it. And then I also got The White Tiger, which was like talked a lot, and it has become a Netflix film. If you didn't know, like before they would put a sticker, now it's embedded in the cover, and I hate it. Like, come on, it's cool, but it's nicer when you can take off the sticker from your book. Now I think that my book is owned by Netflix, not by me. Anyways, but yeah, so I think some of these other lighter might come with me on vacation or whatever, we'll see. But I'm quite excited of my purchases. And the library as a monument, it's like gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But even if you wanted to hang out a bit, you can't. There's just too much people, which is a bit sad. But yeah, and now I'm thinking that I'm dislike making queues for anything, but getting a ticket and doing the queue to get into a library, no problem. But it was okay. It wasn't that big of a queue. And I think, you know, you have like every 30 minutes, you know, people getting in. So I think it's quite okay, but I think that you couldn't, even if you wanted to stay a bit more, like you can't, like you're suffocating, which that is a pity, but hey, that's life. So that was a fast wrap up of the festival. I will put here and there pictures and videos, yeah, and the group photo that we did with the connection show. We did a small ritual on Sunday evening because on Monday it is St. John, and so while we were at dinner, we exchange little papers with a pen, and you have to write down something that you want to let go, to pass, or energies that you don't want anymore in your life. And we wrote it down, and after going outside, we burned those little papers. So it was a quite fun thing to do between us. And yeah, it's a ritual that I've already done for other situations in my life. It's a bit paganistic, but I think it's like a nice way to release, you know, some energies, or, you know, attachments, or whatever you want to release. I think mine was a bit more general in my life. So yeah, and yeah, it was a really cool thing to do and to share. So I'll try to remember and put that maybe in the end. And yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, color is power, fiber is our weapon, and the shop is updated with lots of fun things. Bye. I'm coming. I have to do National Geographic first.